octagon, where the nicknames are made up and the long shots might just pay up. This is Chronic Combat Conversation. You know TV's on the mic, flipping names on sight. Renames every fighter, whether wrong or right. Rule with the glasses, rolling up the stash, breaking down the fights while they chase that cash. Parlays, props, dogs, long shots too. Digging in the couch, finding change for the crew. Early week breakdown, Saturday they hit. If you're betting with the boys, then you know this is it. Chronic Combat Conversations. Yeah. Light it up, place your bets, no hesitation. Chronic Combat Conversations. That's right. Green like the herb in the cash in rotation. Oh! Names get twisted, odds get lifted. Smoke clouds drifting while the picks keep shifting. TV spitting fire, brewers getting higher. Couch change acquired.
Welcome to Chronic Combat Conversations, a live look at our best bets, picks, and predictions for every UFC card. With your host, TB Scouting MMA, and
the Guru, back again for UFC Qatar. What an incredible card that we have here. We've got a banger of a main event between Arman Tsarukyan and Dan Hooker in the lightweight division. And in the welterweight division, Bilal Muhammad, former champ, taking on Ian Machado Gary. Should be an absolute banger. But before we can get into that, we have a very special guest in the building. Make sure you check out his website, dfsbythenumbers.com. You may get him from his betting breakdowns. You may know him from his DFS breakdowns. And my personal favorite, Stat Diggers with Uncle Weezy. Make sure you're checking out Brady, DFS by the numbers. Brady, thanks so much for joining us, man. How are you?
What's up, guys? Feels great to be back on. A little bit under the weather, but I mean, how can you not be excited for this fight card? We got a big Mil Shamil fight week. It almost wasn't, but shout out to Waldo for stepping in. We got a good card, a couple spots sticking out. Looking forward to going through it. 14 fights once again, but yeah, excited to be here, guys.
Hell yeah, this is just going to be an absolutely electric time. You said it best. It's Big Mil Shamil fight week, so what else could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited. Thanks so much, everyone in the chat. Kurz, that's right, it's another week. And yeah, who gets the weird stoppage of the week? This one, Lou Betcha. You bet he's in the chat. We appreciate you, man. Always one of the goats, Uncle Lou. Yeah, and also Brady. Look at that. Some of your favorites.
Oh.
Creme de la creme. Creme de la creme. Of course, we bring the best. Come on. We got you guys Brady before the year closes out. What more can you ask for? We were crip walking along with the intro. I am curious with all the hamburger, brother. Are we seeing 157.5 here? Grateful dude. He knows what it is. He's here for the nicknames. Make sure you guys are doing the right thing, right? Let's throw a like on the video. Let's subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And oh my gosh, if you are just as cool as Justin Cash, $8.94, you're going to leave a donation for the boys. We don't charge you anything, but if you want to support us, the option is available. So be like Justin Cash. Just for that, we're going to give you a Justin Cash little grandma's couch cushion bet of the day that we will throw that dollar on and make you fat money off of it. I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing. Already starting off with electric vibes. We only need winners. The Guru knows why. Come on, be like the Dream Shake. Brady did not write the song, but he was affiliated.
Listen, we hit that Protch's 2-3 KO last week plus 310. So I'm definitely trying to hit something similar.
Ooh, baby. All right. So without further ado, it's what all the people came here for. And it wasn't the intro song. It's the main event. We've got Arman Tsarukyan minus 625 versus Dan the Hangman Hooker plus 455. I have no idea what in the Al-Hakalakalet's his nickname means, but we're all doing our best out here. I didn't bother to find out because, I mean, come on. It's minus 625 for Arman. I mean, clear path to victory. If you want to get the takedowns going, Dan Hooker, once you get him down, he's going to be pretty accepting of bottom. I mean, you even see Dustin Poirier after taking him to deep waters, getting some easy takedowns top time. I know you had to tire him out and hurt him to get there, but regardless, we've seen Hooker have trouble with guys that can get in and can get him to the ground. It's just if Arman has trouble getting him there, it's going to be the knees in the clinch, the elbows, the front choke setups. Like Hooker does have a lot of dangerous things to offer in this fight. And you saw Oliveira kind of pull off a few things here and there to put Arman in some danger. But, man, I just feel like I can't parlay Arman, but I got to take him to win this fight. He's going to be the more explosive athlete at this stage. I know he's not going to be like, maybe he's not the more technical striker, but he's going to be way faster. He's going to hit way harder at this stage. And if he could just avoid the danger, Arman should come out with the victory. Now, with the over 3.5 at plus 100, I mean, I bring to you guys, like, how is Arman getting Dan Hooker out of there? I think this fight goes over. Guru, what are you thinking?
I think this is a really fantastic fight. I really like at minus 625 TB. If you really like the over, it's like, is the Arman line wrong, right? Like when you're this big a favorite, you gotta finish. No,
yeah,
it's
but
just,
how many guys does he go with? You know,
no. Listen, you know, when you look at it, Arman doesn't really finish people. When he's finishing people, right? It's the likes of Joaquim Silva. It's the likes of Beneil Dariush. His best win by far by finish is the Joel Alvarez fight, right? That's fairly impressive. But, you know, Joel, I guess at the end of the day, at the wrong weight class. And then you look at Dan Hooker and you go, well, guys, Dan Hooker's been finished in his last 3 losses. Well, that is true, but it's Arnold Allen at the wrong weight class. It's Islam Makhachev, 2-division champ. And it's Michael Chandler during COVID, where he didn't have his corner with him at all, right? Like some crazy stuff with that as well. So, yeah, definitely an interesting matchup here. I think to your point, TB, I do think the fight does extend out. Like I think we get fight starts round 4 for sure. So if the over 3.5 is plus money, I almost kind of want to take those 2.5 minutes away and maybe just play some chalk at fight starts round 4. But maybe it's a ladder to decision. Because the truth is that I don't see Dan Hooker being able to pull off what he did versus Gamrot. Like Gamrot's not nearly as physical. He's not nearly as good of a striker. He's not as durable. His wrestling technique is not the same. So I just don't really see it happening the same way here. But I mean, Arman needs to make a statement. I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if he got like a round 1, round 2 sub, as much as I do think I like the over. But very curious to hear what Brady's got on this kind of juiced out fight.
Yeah, it's a tough one in terms of like how it plays out. Like I like Tsarukyan quite a bit. Holy, is he really minus 600 now? Like, geez, like it's getting crazy. But you know, I think he wins the fight. It's just a matter of how, in my opinion. And I don't know, like Hooker's a tough guy, and like Tsarukyan's not some murderous power puncher. So, you know, seeing his inside the distance line at minus 140 kind of really turned me off there. So I don't have any action on the fight, but I guess the one thing that would worry me is like anytime Dan Hooker's taken that step up in competition these last, 5 years, he's gotten finished in the first round, Yeah, you mentioned Arnold Allen, Makhachev, Chandler, all dangerous guys, but, so Tsarukyan might be able to, take him down, control him here. Maybe by decision, but I don't know. I could see Tsarukyan getting an early finish. I can see Tsarukyan dragging it out across 25 minutes. I think Tsarukyan wins. I'm very confident he wins, but at minus 625, it's like, what can you do? You can't really parlay that. Maybe like I didn't look at like the minus 5.5 point spread, but even that's probably like a horrible price. So I'm probably going to be sitting back and watch this one. I just think it's a really rough matchup for Dan Hooker, especially at this stage of his career. So I think Tsarukyan rolls. It's just I don't know how he does it. Is it decision? Is it knockout? Is it submission? I think it could be either 3, so it's a tough one.
Not only do I agree with that, Brady, but especially at the stage Dan Hooker's at. But what about the surgery after surgery with the broken hand and broken arm? Right, he's had some issues getting healthy as when to the cage. Right, it's been a long time. He hasn't fought since that Gamrot fight.
Yeah, that was about a year ago, wasn't it?
Over
or more, yeah.
But same with Arman, who, flubbed his title chance because maybe a back injury, maybe a weight miss, maybe both.
Maybe Nina drama. Has he made any content with Nina this week? And also, how much food content has he made?
I love that he's leaning into just being rich as fuck and he's just rolling in decadence. I think it's so awesome and funny.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah.
I would too.
He wants to make a statement. We will see. We will see. I mean, he's got to come out and do it. And I think
this would be the place too, as well. In his area.
By the way,
area. It's in Armenia.
The minus 5.5 is minus 275. It's like, holy crap, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know about this fight.
Oh no, he was with Nina this week. All right.
Uh-oh.
All bets are off. All bets are off.
Cancel
this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I feel like there's nothing confident. We're gonna have to dig into Grandma's couch and really find something here. But I think at the end of the day, you're trying to take some big price props. Maybe it's around 1, 2, 3 Arman, and then if it's not happening there, are we looking towards a ladder to decision? So here we go. We've got, remember the name, Bilal Muhammad versus Muhammad. He's mewing heavy. Look at that picture. Come on. He distracted me. Versus Ian the Future, Machado Gary. Is it the present? Are we currently in the present of Machado Gary? Because he's facing some title guys here.
I've always been a fan of Ian Machado Gary, but man, has his stock never been higher than right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's truly like his one loss, right? His one loss that you're going to give to him. It's Shavkat. Come on, and he didn't even get finished. And he ends up with a back take and nearly finds his own. Like, impressive stuff. Sure, maybe he disappoints by not finishing certain guys along the way. And his trash talk, it's like a bit tired and leaves room to be desired. But in the octagon, I mean, he's got all the skills you need. He's got wrestling. He's got grappling. He's mostly got striking defense, except for lapses here and there. And he can do a little bit of everything. So Bilal, he really needs the perfect fight here. Like, he's going to need to land something heavy on the feet when he's inside distance to earn some respect. And he's going to need to put the pace on the front foot. He's going to need to get to the wrestling. So, yeah, I mean, plus 220, it's tempting, right? Bilal is just, I don't trust him at this stage to do the right thing against this good of an athlete that's going to be way younger, way hungrier, and in a better position to capitalize. We're talking a 4-inch height advantage, a 2-inch reach advantage. He's almost 10 years younger. And yeah, I get it. Listen, Bilal's finishes have been in the Middle East. Maybe we're looking for a third, right? Ian, inside the distance, perhaps. It's tough to get Bilal out of there. But the head kicks are available. Bilal doesn't necessarily have the best striking defense. And he is going to be on the front foot against a counter striker. I think the calf kicks of Gary are going to add up. It's going to take away from that front foot pressure. And I have a tough time deciding if he's going to win inside the distance or not. But at this price, as long as it doesn't go above minus 300, I feel like he could be the piece of a two-leg parlay. I do think that Ian Gary is pretty solid to win this fight. And I trust him whatever region of the world. He's a professional. He handles his weight cut and everything like a stand-up professional. You might not like how he handles the press conference and his whole marital situation, but, maybe that's why he's a little bit more mature when it comes to his fight IQ. He likes the mature women. Now he's fighting with maturity.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say him more mature in his sense of listen, I don't care what anybody says. She is smoking. Anyway, in this fight, I do think it's Occam's razor, right? Simplest explanation is the answer. I just think Ian Gary wins a decision here. In 5 rounds, I think it could be a little bit more competitive, possibly. At the same time, though, I think people are kind of drawing a little too much from the Carlos Praches fight, where Praches' takedown defense was just absolutely incredible. And that was short notice for Ian. So it's understandable that maybe, hey, with 2.5 minutes left after dominating the entire fight, he might be a little tired. In this fight, however, TV, I think you make a great point. I think the calf kicks are gonna be a problem. Big cage. It's just stick and move from Ian Gary here. Stick and move. And he's strong enough in the clinch to where he should be able to use underhooks and stop some takedowns. Justin Cash, man. What has happened here? I love you, man.
Yeah, where have you been? We needed
man.
you in our life.
Glad you're here, brother. Ian via Cuck. Believe it or not, that's more dangerous than you think. And I think somebody like Bilal could be very susceptible to being cucked. So just,
do they provide cuck chairs in the hotel rooms in Qatar?
I would imagine so. I mean, I don't know what kind of government they have there, but I would imagine
Be in serious trouble.
I really don't have any idea, but I would imagine the government can get Bilal whatever he wants, other than a victory on Saturday night or Sunday morning, whenever the fuck this fight's happening. Ian Gary by decision. His last, look at that, guys. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights in a row have gone to decision. The last time he finished anybody, it was the crazy knockout versus Daniel Rodriguez. I don't think Bilal quits here. Brady, please.
Yeah. I don't know. I lost all respect from Bilal, after that JDM performance.
Ridiculous.
I had a bet on Muhammad there.
Same.
And it's like before during fight, he was like, I'm going to test my Canelo hands. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not going to test his Canelo hands. He's not that stupid.
Right. I thought he was trolling. I said that on the pod. I was like, I hope he's trolling. Like, why would he do that?
I was like, there's no way he's that stupid. And then he's
after
like,
the fight, he's like, yeah.
I'm watching the fight, and it's like, this dude's testing his Canelo hands. Like, what are you doing, Bilal? Like, you're an idiot. And then this fight week, some of his interviews, it's like he's talking about how he's going to knock out Ian Gary on the feet. It's like, you're so dumb, Bilal. He's talking about how he's going to take him down and let him right back up. Like, you're an idiot, Bilal Muhammad.
Did you hear how he's said he was training with some young 17-year-old? Like,
yeah.
It's Jeffrey Epstein's. I get you're just trying to get clicks or views, but it's like,
yeah, I think something's wrong with them.
The fact that is training with a 17-year-old supposed to be like, let's just say it's like a good 17-year-old at MMA, some up and comer.
Yeah.
Let's take your cringy, weird joke aside. Is that good? That's what you're bragging about? I don't get it.
It was a sick joke. Like, he should be like that was.
They should take a point. You should take a point.
The point, like, that was a sick joke. It's like, what are you talking about? I think something's wrong with Bilal Muhammad. I think something's wrong with his head. I think he has like he needs to go to a mental hospital. Like, something's wrong with Bilal. So yeah, I mean, even if nothing was wrong with Bilal, and even if Bilal did come out here and fight smart, it's a tough matchup. It's a much tougher matchup, in my opinion, than JDM was. It's gonna be very hard to track down Gary, really hard to take him down. So seems like a pretty simple Ian Gary, probably 30-27 decision. Maybe he finishes them, but I think it's a Gary decision more than likely.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay a little chalk, minus 110.
That's not bad.
All right. I am curious what round 3 decision is in comparison. Like, if it's nothing too different, I would be willing to pay even a little bit more chalk.
Well, up to like minus 150 vibes.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So let us know what you find.
Yeah,
I've got no time. Oh, you have it?
Yeah, no, I've got it right now. Yeah. Minus 140.
Wow. You're lucky. You beat the clock because we definitely had no time.
That was a buzzer beater.
All right. Yeah, listen, minus 140.
I don't hate it.
That.
It's just we just got to decide whether you want to. We would rather pay the minus 140 or pay the minus 110 and then take the grandma sprinkle on the round 3 at. See, I should have pulled that up. Round 3 at. We're out of time. I can make a joke. I can make a joke and save it. Round 3 at plus 1600.
Nice.
There it is.
Hey,
so
that is honestly probably the better way to consider things. All right, we're moving on. We've got Volkan No Time Uzdemir. Thanks everyone for making it through the dad portion of the podcast versus Atomic Alonzo Menifield. Plus 185. This fight feels like clear to me, but I'm curious. Guru, what do you think about this fight?
I just think Alonzo Menifield smells really bad. Like, he's just it's all athleticism. And listen, the Omar Sy fight, that was impressive in its own right in that he was competitive, but we all kind of felt athleticism wise he would be relatively competitive. It's just Omar Sy did nothing. So I don't know that Alonzo really did anything to win the fight. And then you kind of look at the Julius Walker fight, and that's like just much more of what you do expect from Alonzo Menifield. Is just kind of like a whole lot of nothing as well. You look at Volkan, and Volkan, losing to Carlos Ulberg is really not that bad to me. I think Carlos is the real deal, and I think that dude could very well be champ. Would be interested to look at what a future ticket on him would be for next year, just as a thought off the top of my head. But beating Johnny Walker round one uppercut, doing what you're supposed to do, and beating Bogdan Guskov, who's I believe the only guy in the UFC to have done that so far. So that one looks pretty solid. I like Volkan here. The over is interesting to me, but I don't know why.
Brady, what are you thinking here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like what the matchmakers are trying to do here, it's like one of those instances where they're trying to like produce fireworks, but at the end of the fight, everybody's like going to be disappointed type thing. Like I can see this one going to decision. I could see it going over. But yeah, I think Oezdemir is absolutely the rightful favorite. Like he's so much better than Menifield. It's like Menifield is struggling with guys like Julius Walker. Oezdemir is struggling with guys like even like the Ulberg fight. He didn't really. I mean, that was a close fight. It was one of those close but clear fights. But I mean, being that competitive with Ulberg, I thought was pretty impressive. And Oezdemir is actually the younger guy here, which is kind of crazy, younger by 2 years. So yeah, I think Oezdemir just higher volume. I think he's more durable. I think he should win this fight over the course of 15 minutes. I thought maybe an Oezdemir KO, but I just hate the price on it. And even like looks like money's coming in on the fight doesn't go. So if anything, I would look at an over, but obviously either of these guys can get a knockout. But I don't know. Oezdemir has like one knockout in the last like 6 years. It's crazy. He's known as like a knockout artist, but he's not really knocking anybody out. So yeah, I think the over prices are very intriguing.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I think, like you guys kind of mentioned, Menifield, he really does well against inexperienced fighters or people that are relying on takedowns because he does very well to stuff takedowns, stay on his feet, avoid extended control time. And he's got a little power if you don't know how to strike. But yeah, in this matchup, I mean, he's fighting a guy that clearly knows how to strike. Like Volkan Oezdemir goes 98 Carlos Ulberg strikes to 96 Volkan Oezdemir strikes. And he doesn't get knocked down. He doesn't get severely hurt. Like, that's impressive, extremely. And Alonzo Menifield, the things that make me worry for him in this fight are like when he runs face first into Carlos Ulberg, when he ends up just dying and running face first into Azamat Mirzakhanov after a round and a half. And he's like, yeah, I'm good on this. I'm just going to run at you.
I mean, Azamat's legit, man.
Yeah, but Volkan Oezdemir, might I remind you, he's also legit.
Yeah, I like Volkan Oezdemir, generally speaking. I took him. I actually think I took him versus Carlos Ulberg pretty stupidly after winning on. We got him on Walker at Pick'em, which was hilarious. I don't remember what we did in the Bogdan fight. I think we were on.
We took Volkan Oezdemir there as well.
Yeah, I think we did.
But we were upset that we took him in the Krylov fight. But what Krylov does that Menifield won't do is offensively wrestle. Like he landed 7 takedowns and Oezdemir stuffed a bunch. It was just a rinse, wash, repeat 15-minute wrestling performance. That's not what Menifield's going to do. He can counter wrestle. He can make sure you don't take him down. But yeah, Oezdemir and Gary, put them together. You're getting close enough to even money. I think both of those guys win comfortably. And they've got UFC experience, and I trust them.
Wait, and then what we're going to do
oh God, what are we doing?
Is the Justin Cash Grandma Parlay. We take them to the next level. It's Gary decision and Oezdemir decision parlay.
I'm not okay. No, hold on.
Yeah,
because the last 2 losses for Alonzo Menifield are both by knockout.
Yeah,
he also lost by knockout to Ovince St. Preux when he was old and washed because he doesn't know how to strike.
No, it's 2020. That's better. Ish.
Listen, the times he's went to decision were against Devin Clark, William Knight, and Jimmy Crute. That doesn't say that he's durable to me.
No, it doesn't.
I don't like it by decision. I'm sorry. I don't. But that doesn't mean I'm playing inside the distance. I just want Volkan moneyline parlay. Can you give it to me?
No, I think I like. No, I want to parlay the decisions. Damn it.
Well, you can do that too. I'll let you take that dollar to do it. All right, we're moving on. Because he's a joker. He's a smoker. He's a midnight joker. Wow. We've got Jack Hermanson plus 200. The Joker versus Gorak. It's Miktabek Oralbai, a caveman from times beyond known.
The best customized nickname.
I thought even better than because he should be named Steve, but damn, you messed it up for me.
Yeah, I mean Gorak or Steve would have worked. If you would have put Steve, I would have laughed my ass off.
Well, so I wanted you to be like, no, that's a terrible nickname. It should be Steve.
Well,
I hoping you might have gotten that.
Well, that's it. Either way, it's the same reference. It's Gorak or Steve. It's your Kyle or Stan.
I know. I just needed you to be the other one, but you actually admired the nickname for once, so I'll take it.
Correct. You still you actually won't take it. You still complained, actually.
Yeah. You're right. James Cook for fantasy. There he goes. Jack Hermanson here, plus 200. He's moving down from 185. Miktabek Oralbai, minus 245. He's moving up from catch weight of 160. Truly, I mean, he made 155 like one time, and then all the other times he got to fight at like a different weight class. So for Oralbai here, he's kind of getting pushed up to 170, but he's also getting Jack. Not only did he get knocked out cold, but can we talk about the follow-up shot that Hobocop landed?
Oh my God.
That was egregious. Yeah. It was like Jack Hermanson doesn't have the brain cells to cut down to 170 at this point. Like, I'm nervous for him.
I forgot. Was it Herb Dean a million miles away?
Yeah, I think so, man. Like, it's just like...
Yeah, of course it was. It was Herb Dean.
It's not good, man. Yeah, Justin, it's going to be Miktabek knockout. The dude's violent. And even if he's in top position, like something happens in a scramble. I know Jack Hermanson got caught in the calf slicer, but like I could see him getting ground and pound TKO'd if he's hurt or drained. The weight cut, I don't think it does him any favors. Like he was a pretty solid size 185er. Maybe he's got like a kind of thinner frame he could cut from, but that's an extra 15 pounds. And the dude's almost 38 years old. No, thank you. It's Oralbai, and it's under 2.5 at plus 130. You don't even probably need to take the Oralbai side, but you also can.
What if I told you that this is Jack Hermanson's first professional fight at 170 pounds?
I hate it so much. And maybe with all the new drugs you could take and this fight being in Qatar, maybe he
just
makes
got
it.
knocked out. He just
maybe
got knocked
he
out.
makes it, but he's going to die.
No, he just got knocked out. I don't even understand how they sanctioned him to take this fight. It doesn't.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. And
you have anything to add to the breakdown? Props.
Yeah, no, and I don't think Hermanson can really grapple Oralbai, which is where he needs to succeed. So not that Oralbai is fantastic at anything. I just think he's a real good doer at most things. So I just kind of want Oralbai inside the distance. I don't know if I want to play with time props, but I guess if you're set under 2.5, it's basically the same idea. Brady, what do you think here?
Yeah, I guess we're going to find out in a couple hours whether or not Hermanson's going to make the weight. But even if he does, it's like, what's that going to take out of him? You know, I mean, this guy's he's like 37 now, 38, 39?
37 and a half.
37 and a half. Yeah, I mean, cutting down to welterweight for the first time after like dying. Like I thought he died after that RoboCop fight. I literally thought he died. I cashed a RoboCop knockout, but I mean, I was concerned. I was like, holy crap, Jack's dead. Jack Hermanson we just witnessed the first death in the UFC octagon, but luckily 5 minutes later he woke up and it's like, okay. But then he's coming back 4 months later. Like that's the type of knockout you want to take at least 6 months off from. So not only is he coming back way too soon, not only is he cutting down a weight class, it's like a lot is going against Jack Hermanson. You know, if I could count on the durability, maybe he would be a live dog here. He's going to be much bigger. And I always thought Jack's a very underrated striker. And of course he has that phenomenal grappling if he gets on top, but it's like once Oralbai touches the chin, like it might be nighty-night type thing. So yeah, one of my first bets this week was the Oralbai knockout prop at plus 275, but you can actually get like plus 310 on it now. Oh, I think Oralbai KO, Oralbai inside the distance, and the under are all three spots that I really like this week. The under's taken some steam, and rightfully so. I think Jack's chin's toast, and if Jack wins, maybe he's able to get like a sub or something. So yeah, I think some sort of violence here, and I'm interested in seeing the weigh-ins in a couple hours. I don't think Jack's going to make weight, but even if he does, it's probably not a good thing either.
Yes,
I think he's a concept. I think he's a consummate professional. I think he actually somehow makes the weight. I just think he looks like absolute death.
Oh, he's gonna look so bad. It's gonna be bad, man.
Did his cousin discover the wheel soon after? That's our next question. In this matchup, yeah, totally agree. That knockout prop is very hot. I like the idea. So my only one logistical question: if we build a ladder to decision when we like a decision, are we taking a highway to hell here? We're taking unders, right?
Wow, that's the first time you've ever used that term, and I think I love it.
Highway to hell. Highway to hell.
I just feel like the opportunities are more rare usually.
Yeah.
But I think this could be one. You do the under 2.5. The fight doesn't start round 3, and the under 1.5.
Right. Well, I was just saying the 3 bets that Brady said were hot. But yeah, I like the way you keep adding
that's the highway to hell.
All right, we're taking it. I think I'm gonna hop on the highway.
That's
all
crazy.
right. So now we've got the salsa boy, Waldo Cortez Acosta, -142. That's a flip from the opener, which happened just yesterday, as he steps up on short notice from Arizona, 18-hour flight to fill in on short notice for the vampire Sergey Spivak against
on short notice.
The one and only Big Meal Shamil Gaziev. Thank you, everybody, for making it tonight for the best nickname in all of the UFC. He's still trying to find the right nickname. He said, "We're trying."
Dude,
to
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah.
He does an interview and says, "I've been waiting. Everybody's been giving me nicknames. I haven't chosen one yet. Some of them I can't even say." It's like, dude, listen, we have the best nickname
right here.
for you. We've got you.
Please flood Shamil's inbox. It's Big Meal Shamil time. If there's one thing that I could leave in this world that carries on my legacy, it would be Big Meal Shamil's nickname.
And it's not children.
No,
it's this.
No, it's this. It is this. Unfortunately, now I have to get to the breakdown portion of the fight. And this is where it gets bad. Big Meal Shamil had a better thing coming in the Sergey matchup. In this one, he's getting a guy that unless you finger fuck him in the eye, you're not getting a stoppage. Like, you're not getting this guy out of there. Somehow, Waldo just finds a way to roll with the punches and persevere. So I'm so concerned. I don't think Shamil lands consistent wrestling. I don't think he's going to just hold on to a cage push. I don't like Thomas Peterson. Like, that dude is so happy to just spit out his mouthpiece and fall back on his head. Like, that is one of his favorite maneuvers. We saw it in that fight. We saw it in the Petrino fight. At a certain point, he just stops trying. He's overseas where he doesn't want to be, and he gets his mouthpiece knocked out, and he's just like, all right, guys, I'm good. He just starts laughing, doesn't even try to get up. They're like, all right, call it off. Thomas the Train is not good. That's not what Waldo does. He's not going to make this an easy fight. He's going to use his volume. He's got way better hands. He's a way better athlete. Shamil is just, oh my God. He was the best bet of the card when he was fighting Sergey Spivak. That was our best bet. And now I'm sitting here saying, God damn it. Salsa Boy can't keep getting away with this. But here he is. He's going to get away with it again. Guru, what do you got?
I'm kind of upset because I had was going to be my absolute best bet hammer spot of the card was Shamil Gaziev over Sergey Spivak. Like, I absolutely thought he was going to knock his ass out. And now poor Big Meal thinks he's going to have a big meal in Waldo Cortez Acosta, and that dude just does not quit. That dude does not stop. And apparently he does not lose even though he gets knocked out. Like, I don't understand what the fuck has been going on in the UFC lately. It's been run really great. Like, he got knocked out in that fight, and then they go back and say it's some bullshit eye poke that nobody saw, and then he's a wounded animal, and the dude just runs in and dies immediately. I mean, again, shout out to Waldo Cortez Acosta. I mean, that's who you want in a street fight. Like, he's literally never gonna die. But Yeah, I don't know. Just Shamil's just relatively fraudulent, so not really where I want to be. The under's kind of. I mean, who the fuck does he finish though? Ryan Spann and the Deleja fight, which is fucking crazy. So he doesn't really finish anybody. So I don't know that he finishes Gaziev. I just think he wins like rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm rooting for Shamil to get a big meal here. I'm scared for him though. But Brady, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the nicknames are probably more exciting than this fight. I don't know. It's a fight that I'm definitely staying far away from. It's like Walter just took the fight 48 hours notice. The plane ride is like a 20-hour flight. So he's got to, fly on a plane for 20 hours and then weigh in shortly after. So I mean, if this was, Waldo on a full camp, to be honest, I'd be betting him here at -142. But with the circumstances, with the long flight, the very, very short notice, it's enough for me to kind of stay away. But kind of feels like a Waldo just doing the better work over the course of 15 minutes type thing. And I don't know, it's tough because Waldo couldn't knock out like Under Arlovsky. And some fights he flashes power, some fights he doesn't type thing. It's kind of hard to gauge whether he's going to get a finish here. But I would lean Acosta's side. But this could be like a greasy split decision type fight as well that can go either way. So I don't know. It's a fight I want nothing to do with. And I was really looking forward to the Sergey Shamil fight. I thought the Sergey Shamil fight. I thought it was a very intriguing matchup. But this one doesn't intrigue me that much, to be honest.
Yeah. 100% Dixon right on the ball. That's facts. Hell yeah. He's not Timmy T. The guru might not take every fight to end in split decision. He's got his own autonomy. All right. Sorry. Love you guys, but it's funny. All right. Live every Thursday, 8:00. We're definitely never late. We're always on time. It's always the same day. Nothing ever changes. Don't mind us. But what you should do, if you haven't already, throw a like on the video. Helps us a ton. Costs you nothing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I don't know why you wouldn't. But also, be like Justin. Make sure you give a little something to the boys. We're here every week. We give you the best bets, the best guests, always free picks. It's always a good time. So appreciate all you guys so much. Without further ado.
Well, TB.
Yes?
You cut off the last main card fight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't sure where the placement was exactly, to be honest. I didn't know if it was main card or prelims.
Well, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know. We've got top tier Tajir Ulanbekov -218 versus Kyoji the Typhoon Horiguchi +180, making his triumphant return to the UFC after all this time. I'm excited for this one. I think we got a great matchup on our hands. This is
in 10 years or 9 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long time, man.
2016.
I'm excited for this one. Like Tajir, he's quietly solid. He doesn't fight too often. He doesn't fight the best competition, but he does everything a bit well. And he can handle you if you're very inexperienced. Kyoji, though, I mean, this guy's got maybe a little bit too much seasoning. Maybe he's too experienced. He's got a ton of fights. He's got a ton of high-level experience. But the fact of the matter is, whenever he's fought at 125, the only time he lost, Mighty Mouse. In his most recent losses outside the UFC, this is all up at 135. And I mean, he's moderately undersized for the flyweight division as it is. So that's the concern here. I mean, Tajir is going to have a 4-inch height, 4-inch reach advantage. It might just be a bit too much for Kyoji to overcome. And that's just truly the story. Tajir is almost essentially a bantamweight. That's why he doesn't fight so often. It's a shit ton to cut the weight down. He comes out of the Khabib camp. He's got all the talent. It's just how often can your body really take the cut down to 125 when you're such a big dude? Dude's got a large frame for 125. He's got the wrestling. He's got enough striking defense. I think Horiguchi can make this interesting. But more often than not, he probably loses the fight. I was super interested in the dog shot here. I just couldn't quite get there all the way. I'm concerned that, he's shown slowing down. Tajir, why couldn't he use the Patchy Mix game plan? Very similar frames and game plans. So what do you think, Guru?
I think I think it's awesome that Horiguchi's back. The guy's an absolute legend. I just don't love this matchup for him. I think Tajir is gonna really be able to use his length and speed, while Horiguchi should have the power advantage. I don't think that Tajir is going to give him the opportunity to do it. I think there's going to be a fair amount of grappling, and I'm not really sure who Horiguchi's face that's like really wanted to grapple him, if that makes sense. So, he loses to Patchy Mix. I know you say he's up in weight class. I still don't love it. I don't even know how this dude would fight at bantamweight. So, yeah, I think Tajir gets it done. And I think, again, Occam's razor, I just think it's Tajir by decision. I don't think he gets a finish here. But more a fight I'm more interested to see play out than I am interested in gambling on, per se. Brady, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm the same. I think it's a tough matchup for Horiguchi. Yeah, glad to see him back, but I wish they would have did like him a favor and gave him somebody a little bit easier. Like Tagir is one of these guys who there's not a ton of hype on him. Like nobody really cares about the guy, but he's really good. I mean, this guy is so big for the division. I think his striking is underrated, but it's his grappling that's incredible, and I think it's the grappling that's probably going to win the fight here. I think this fight's going to come down to who wins the grappling, and it's probably going to be Tagir. So yeah, Tagir by decision, probably. You want to root for Horiguchi, but it's just kind of a tough matchup. Probably see him getting taken down, getting controlled, and I think it's gonna be a really frustrating fight for Horiguchi to make his return to.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Sounds like we're all on the same line here. I feel like there's a couple 2-leg parlays to be had on this card. A lot of the time, especially in these Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Abu Dhabi matchups, you got to kind of go digging into the chalk. It's never a favorite thing to do typically, but I feel like we're going to have some opportunities here. All right. We've got the Unleashed. Bogdan Grad plus 210 versus Cool Hands Luke Riley minus 258. Over 1.5 at minus 215. This fight is going to be a barn burner. Both guys love throwing hands. Grad's probably got a bit of the wrestling upside, but I don't really trust him as like an extended top control or like submission artist or anything like that. He's a chaos merchant, and the dude is on all of the juice, like every single ounce you could possibly find. Look at this guy as he's cutting weight. It's just absurd. He's fighting in the correct weight class now, not at 155 anymore. Like he said, his biggest like nightmare or worst thing in life was losing to Tom Nolan. I don't blame him. I mean, it's kind of fucked up.
Isn't that his nickname? No,
what?
He's Tom Nolan. Is he the nightmare?
No, he's the train.
That's
yeah. So unless Bogdan decides to unleash his wrestling for 15 minutes, I feel like Luke Riley is going to be the way better striker on a minute-to-minute basis. So I get it, minus 258, but making his debut with a hole in the takedown defense and get-up game, I'd imagine, from seeing a couple of things I saw on tape, like I don't want to trust him in his debut at this price. Grad, both these guys are from like Europe, so realistically, they both got to get out there. At least Grad's done it a couple times, but Lucas Alexander fight, he's losing the first round badly until the paint fumes eventually ended up taking over Lucas Alexander, and Grad ends up taking over round 2. And the Aswell fight, that one, that was a close one, but he's facing a guy that can only throw 1-2s at the face with no variety. Like Riley's got a bit more variety to his game, so I trust him to win this. I just have a tough time determining, like, under 1.5, given the type of pace and violence in this fight, it makes sense to me. But they're both a bit durable as well. So it's difficult to choose. Guru, what are you choosing?
I think I kind of like the overs here. I think these guys are both fairly tough and durable. And I know that Luke Riley, I mean, he really does have some solid punching power, but I mean, the guys I feel like he's knocking out are not necessarily, I mean, they're probably of similar ilk to Bogdan Grad, but still not as good as Bogdan Grad. So I do kind of like the overs here, but I kind of do like Luke Riley's game. I think he's really fast. He's got solid footwork. I do think his takedown defense and possibly striking defense will be a problem at some point, but I'm also just not convinced that Bogdan Grad is the guy to make him pay for it. So it is an interesting fight, but I mean, I guess to that point, why is Luke Riley such a big favorite? Like maybe he should be maybe minus 175 or something, but minus 250 seems a bit steep. So probably dog or pass from the money line perspective.
Yeah, makes sense. Brady, what do you think?
Yeah, from a fan standpoint, I think this is probably one of the most fan pleasing fights on the card. Like both these guys are going to come forward and swing heavy, but it's you can't lay minus 250 on Luke Riley. This, first of all, he's a Cage Warriors guy, and it's like, how many Cage Warriors guys have we seen just crap the bed time after time? And then on top of that, he does have a hole in his game, which is the takedown defense. So in theory, Grad could come out here and fight smart and, mix in some takedowns. But I primarily do think they're going to strike. And if that's the case, you got to favor Riley. I think he's the better striker. I don't like Grad's strike and defense. I think Riley's probably going to put it on him and maybe finish him down the stretch. But I could also see this being one of those wars that goes 15 minutes. So, yeah, I like Riley, just not at minus 250, and I'm excited about him. I think Riley is going to produce a ton of fun fights in the UFC, and it's like same thing with Grad. Every time Grad comes in there, he's going to put on a fun fight. So, fight of the night potential, but from a betting perspective, not much is sticking out to me, to be honest.
That I couldn't agree more, Brady. That is how I feel. I did really like what I saw from Riley on tape, but yeah.
You can't lay minus 250 on a Cage Warriors guy. I don't know.
Never.
Shout out Jamal with the Bill Cosby image, but yeah, we did touch on this. If you want to rewind and go back to the Bilal section, we did get there.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
that was wild.
It was unreal. All right, we're moving on. We've got Danish Dynamite, Nicholas Dalby at plus 270 versus Super Saiyan Sagid Izagakmaev minus 340. You like it?
What's his name?
Super Saiyan Sagid Izagakmaev.
Izagakmaev?
Is it or is it not?
I don't know. Izagakmaev?
Izagakmaev.
Wow. We haven't had a name like that in a minute.
Well, we've got one. You can call him Izzy. You can call him Sagid. You can call him Super Saiyan. It's up to you. Minus 340. Yeah, he gets it covered. I mean, Dalby here. How long has it been since Randy Brown ended his life in the octagon?
Not that long ago.
Yeah, not great. Yeah, take a little more time, Nicholas. And before that, he was getting knocked out in sparring and having post-concussion issues.
It took
not good,
months.
Man. Yeah, but
no,
I feel like he should take the rest of his life and just retire.
Right. I mean, a guy that has made a career off being durable and then applying pressure and pace. I was like, maybe he could, hold this kickboxer guy up. And I'm like, oh wait, never mind. He trains with Khabib, and this guy's and his chin is cooked now. It's because he's 400 million years old. So yeah, I mean, he needs to go eat a Danish and go relax in Denmark. So yeah, I'm going with Sagid round 1, round 2 grouping. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, could be KO, could be sub. Brady, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't really love anything in this fight. Izagakmaev, he's a guy that I think is good. Like, he's a good fighter. I don't think he's like some future champion or anything like that, but he's solid. He's good everywhere. The striking's not bad. He has some power on the feet. He can wrestle. He has a good submission game. He has really good ground and pound. I was impressed with what I saw from Izagakmaev. And yeah, I think Dalby's just getting towards the end of it. Like, he's 41 at this point. He was brutally knocked out in his last fight. I think the Dalby's starting to slow down. So yeah, I think Izagakmaev's getting him at the right time, and that's obviously what the UFC is trying to do. Like, they're not flying Dalby all the way to Qatar to build up the 41-year-old, right? They're trying to get Izagakmaev a win. So yeah, Izagakmaev, I think he wins. I don't love the line personally at minus 315 just because Dalby's a really tough out. He's a really tough guy to fight, but I think Izagakmaev gets his hand raised at the end of the day.
Yeah. I like it. And yeah, I get it. Listen, Nicholas Dalby, if anything, he's always going to be a round 3 guy. If he does get there, I have a tough time seeing him pull it off, though. All right. Alex Perez. I couldn't get there with anything. I'm sorry.
No nickname.
Guys. I let everyone down.
Wow.
You've got nothing?
Wow. Dude, I thought long and hard. I was sitting there and I was just like, I just was like, I couldn't get one for him, man. What am I going to do? What am I going to give him? The great ape, like Alexander Hernandez? No. All right. Right. Like Alex, it's not even Alexander that limits my options. What, like Perez, nothing was screaming to me. The dude like is inactive. He's always injured. Alex, pull out Perez. Do you want that?
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, great. We got there. Perfect. I had to think a little long and hard. I needed some moral support. I'm glad that we did something that everyone could agree on. I'm sorry. Pause. Versus Zulfikar. Asual Mabayev, minus 192. If Asu can't get the wrestling going, which is not a guarantee, given that a lot of people have had trouble getting the wrestling going against Alex Perez, like Muhammad Makayev. Did he win that fight? I don't know if he won that fight. Even Tatsuro Taira, he lost the first round soundly on all the scorecards, and then he gets a back take, like a standing back take. Doesn't even get it to the mat until he pulls off a crazy twisty maneuver and rips apart Alex Perez's knee. Like Asual Mabayev, like he's going to be aggressive going for the takedowns, but Perez actually has like solid takedown defense, right? His loss, like Davison Figueiredo in his prime, I can't blame him for that. And he's actually the one kind of getting a little wrestling, and then the scrambles happen, then a gilly happens. And prime Davison, like, I feel like that's a little bit excusable. Other loss, like Alexandra Pantoja, I get it. You know, like, I don't think Asu is that type of, I'm going to attack your back and go to choke you out super fast. It's been a rough road.
To me, it's the Mokaev fight that shows why it's a problem for Perez.
What? What about it? What do you mean? He stuffs 17 out of 20 takedowns, and he gets the same amount of control time as Makayev, and he lands the more effective distance striking. Like, I know what the stats say, but when you watch that fight, I know we were live betting Makayev, but like that line was dead even midway through round 3. Like, it was a sweat. It was a sweat. That is what makes me feel better about him versus Zulfikar, who I think is a worse athlete, smaller, and not as good of a grappler.
Is this guy healthy, though? Perez?
That's my concern. So I'm having a tough time. I want a dog shot, but I don't think I want a dog shot.
I mean, I think you kind of talked into it.
But this is the other side of it that you started asking about, and that Brady's amazing compatriot, Uncle Weezy, is here to give us the details.
That's what I thought.
These are reasons not to do it.
Well, you talk crazy. I really just thought Asu just should be able to get some takedowns on this guy. But
if you throw these guys in the apex, I'm interested.
I'll tell you, and I'll also tell you this: if Asu's not getting takedowns, I want no part of him. His striking is awful. I think Perez striking might even be better, which is ridiculous.
I don't think it is ridiculous. Like, I think it's legit.
I know. I meant it's like ridiculous because Alex Perez is not that great a striker.
Yeah, but what, like, even Asu in the Nicolau fight, you know, it's a 3-round decision. He lands a knockdown when it's 1-1 going into round 3. He only gets 5 minutes of control, and he only lands 22 strikes. That's terrible. It's terrible. All right, Brady, what do you got going on?
Yeah, I just think there's a lot going against Perez. Like, this guy Perez hasn't fought in a year and a half. Multiple injuries over the course of the year and a half there. And I'm surprised he hasn't pulled out yet, actually. You know, they call him Alex Pull Out Perez for a reason. You go through this guy's Tapology, you won't see more pullouts than Alex Perez. And I'm worried about him. Like, you know, at 30-some years old, it's tough coming back from them big injuries. And it wouldn't shock me if this guy showed up with double knee sleeves, having to walk up the stairs to the octagon backwards. Like, I'm really worried about Perez in this matchup. And yeah, you know, initially I thought, you know, Perez stuffs the takedowns. Yeah, I do think he's absolutely the better striker here. You know, Almabayev's not the best striker. I don't think Almabayev likes getting hit either. So if Perez is able to stuff the takedowns, he's very live. But I think Amabaya probably does take him down. And once he does take him down, I think he's very live for a submission because Alex Perez, although has really good takedown defense, the submission defense stinks. This guy's been submitted 5-6 times. I think an Amabayev sub is very alive. It was plus 500 earlier in the week. It's gotten smashed. It's like plus 300 now. But I think an Amabayev sub is kind of where I'm leaning. But yeah, maybe it's a good live bet spot. Like if you're watching the fight and it's like Perez is able to stuff the takedowns, maybe jump in on Alex. But if he gets taken down, I think he's in a world of trouble here.
Yeah, it could get bad really quick because if Asu does get that top time, he can consolidate it nicely. I feel you on that. Yeah. All right. And is it the futon or is it the pull-out couch? Pull-out Perez. All right, I like that. All right, I'm glad we got there. I'm so glad we got there. All right. We've got Abdul Rahman Yakhiev. Guru, were you ready for that one? Abdul Rahman Yakhiev?
Well, at least we know him from Dana White Contender Series.
The Hunter. Yes. Versus Rafael the Lion Cerqueira. I feel like he's like from the Wizard of Oz. He's got no heart, right?
I think the lion's about to be put out to pasture.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Under 60 seconds? Up against the cage covering up?
Maybe.
Under 1.5 is minus 345. Under 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's the one I would be actually interested in playing. But he did survive versus Julius Walker. But
no, but come on. The juice box has got no juice, man. He's a basketball player. He's not a fighter.
That's brutal.
It's true, but it's true. He didn't finish Cerqueira. Come on, man.
I mean, I won't lie to you when I say that 4 of his last 5 fights have ended in that under 2.5 minutes mark. Like, that is very intriguing.
Yes. I think that's the best breakdown of the fight. You got better than that, Guru? No,
I think especially since Brady's a little under the weather, I think we should just leave it at Abdul in under 2.5 minutes. He's going to clap his cheeks. What do you think, Brady?
It's funny. I actually bet that Abdul in the under 2.5. I don't typically bet those, like unless there's a very good reason.
Oh, I thought you were saying you bet him to clap his cheeks.
Oh no, I think cheek clapping is like plus 150.
It's on Kalshi.
Would be one of the first cheek clappings in UFC history. I think you can see it, man. I could see him clapping his cheeks here. Yeah, I mean, Cerqueira, this guy's not a real fighter in my opinion. He did go 15 minutes with Julius Walker, but it's like Walker was messing around there. Walker was taking this guy down for no reason. I kind of think Yakhiev comes out here, hits him on the chin, and that's night. Good night, Cerqueira. Sweet dreams. And yeah, that's a really good point. Yakhiev, what'd you say, 5 of his last 6 or 4 of his last 5 ended
4 of his last 5
within the first 2.5 minutes, and it makes sense because this guy's a fast starter. This guy comes out quick. He's not going to F around. So yeah, I like under half of rounds. I think it's very live. You typically, you don't want to bet props like that, but when this guy's minus 2,000 on some books, he should be winning in like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, so you're telling me I can get value at minus 1650?
Yeah. It could look value. You never know.
I'm trying to find.
Oh wow, that's what it is. He does look like Jalen Hurts' twin, his Brazilian twin.
Yeah.
Wow,
a little bit.
You're actually not kidding there. All right, fair enough. We're moving on. We've got Bezkat Almakhan, the Turan Warrior, plus 120 versus El Conquistador Alexandre Topuria, minus 142 on the Topuria side, plus 120 for Almakhan. So this line opened at like plus 170 Almakhan. He went all the way to like a light favorite at minus 130. Now he's all the way back to a plus 120. I agree with the initial price and what the market has done since Almakhan took a bunch of money. I think Topuria, he's got better defensive sensibilities. I think they've got similar power in the hands, but I think Topuria is a little bit more patient in throwing it, which I like in this matchup. And 3, I think where Almakhan has a bit of like wrestling and top time capability, Topuria's grappling is another level than what I saw from Almakhan. This is a guy on the regional scene, UAE Warriors. I'm watching him struggle to pass guys' guards and ending up in these positions where, like, against better fighters, he's not able to really pass and get to these positions. Whereas Topuria, I did like what I saw the one time he gets extended in his UFC debut against a short notice fighter that, he wasn't really preparing for a wrestler. And he's the one shooting his hips back, front headlock threats, getting back takes, huge German suplexes and slams and stuff off of like being the better wrestler and grappler. And I really think, in this matchup, I like his patience because Almacan, he's going to come out trying to throw these crazy uppercuts and landing these huge shots. But I think Topuria's technical game is going to carry him through over the 15 if he doesn't get him out of there to go with it. Like, I don't like that Tapology had to take away a bunch of wins from Almacan. I don't love the regional competition he had in certain fights. And while it's impressive he got Katona out of there, Katona ran face first into about 7 different punches without showing any signs of using defense that fight. Like, I give Almacan credit for being the first guy to do it, but Katona left his chin on the plate, right? So I took Topuria -110. I have to win a couple units.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't love Bexot's game either per se. I don't know that he's done anything incredibly impressive in his time with us here in the UFC, right? Which, hang on, by the way, not to digress, but the last fight, the Abdul fight, that under half a round with Abdul is plus 180. What did you get, Brady?
Oh, you can get plus 210 on FanDuel.
Really? Interesting. Oh, like in a same game parlay?
Without the
it should just be plus 210. It should just be plus 210 for the under 0.5.
Oh, I don't know that FanDuel in Jersey has that option.
Well, I'm going to look. I'm going to find out.
I've never seen it, I don't believe. But yeah, I mean, the most impressive thing that Bexot's done, and like you said, TB, was the Katona fight. And
it's listed there, Guru. You can bet it. It's their actual prop is under 0.5 and over 0.5. That's what they have listed, total rounds.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'll play that. I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Anyway, in this fight, I think you're right, TB. I do like Topuria here. I think it's a pretty solid spot for him. I don't know that Bexot's gonna have anything for him in the grappling, and in the striking, I feel pretty confident that he won't either. What do you think, Brady?
Yeah, for me personally, I think whoever's at plus money is probably where I'd look. I just feel like we don't know a ton about really either guy, to be honest. But I mean, it's like Topuria, the one time we saw him against Colby Thickness, I don't know. I wasn't impressed at all. I mean, you should be going out there and finishing Thickness, who took the fight on like a week's notice. And like the striking exchanges were like competitive. Like you said, he's patient. And maybe that's a good thing, but he's like too patient. He just didn't throw much. I mean, the strikes were very competitive there. I do think he has elite takedown defense by the looks of it. So I'd be shocked if Bexot was able to get takedowns here. I don't know. I kind of see this being a close fight. I don't think either guy's going to grapple. Bexot's not going to get Topuria down. I don't really expect Topuria to grapple here. I think we're going to get a fight that takes place on the feet, and I think it's going to be close. So like Dixon saying, I think it could be like a split decision-y type fight. I don't think either guy's really knocking either guy out. Kind of like the over, actually. And I like Bexot at plus money personally. I think whoever's at plus money makes sense to me.
Do you hate the -110 though?
I don't hate it.
Fair enough.
I don't love it. I just feel like there's a lot of question marks, unanswered question marks. That Thickness fight just didn't do enough for me. I mean, Bexot would have finished Thickness in 60 seconds, in my opinion. But that's just my
fair.
opinion.
That's fair. There's no need to get in the weeds on where we think Colby Thickness stands. It's okay to disagree sometimes. Yeah. But I feel you, man. This should be a great fight, though. I am looking forward to it. All right. Oh wow, the Burrs dog, Ismail Nardiev versus the Man of Steel, Ryan Loader. We got a closely lined fight. We got a guys with a little bit of UFC experience. Brady, I want to give you the chance to get this one first. What are you thinking on this fight?
Yeah, it's definitely a sketchy fight, but Nardi is a sketchy fighter to me. Like this guy, I don't know why he's in the UFC, to be honest. Like this guy got cut, which it is what it is, but outside of the UFC, he was like getting finished like multiple times. Then they brought him back against Bruno Silva, and I don't know. This is a fight that it's dog or pass for me on the Loader side. Nardiev, I don't like his cardio. I don't like his durability. I don't like his heart. I don't like his ground game. He's a good striker. He's a very good striker. Like if this fight took place in the feet for 15 minutes, you got to heavily favor Nardiev. But like if Loder gets Nardiev down, it's gonna be bad. Like Loder's really good on top, good ground and pound, good submission game as well. And if there's any adversity whatsoever, Nardiev's probably going to look for the door. So, yeah, I like Loder here. I think he's probably a better live bet spot because Nardiev slows down in every single fight, especially if he's forced to grapple. So probably a live bet on Loder is probably the best look. But even pre-flop, I'm leaning Loder's way. I don't think Nardiev's going to knock out Loder. I actually think the Loder chin issues are getting a little bit overblown because this guy took 8 fight-ending shots before he got knocked out in his last fight. I think the chin's better, the cardio is better, the durability is better, the heart's better. So I like Loder here. He's not the best fighter in the world, but anytime you can fade Nardiev at plus money, I like it. Unless it's a washed Bruno Silva is the only time I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Brady, because I took Loder versus Bakoyev, which was insane. Because he really wasn't able to withstand that storm or get through the brick shit house that was Bakoyev. But to your point here, I don't see Nardiev as that guy at all. Beating Bruno Silva doesn't fucking mean much of anything. And I don't really like his cardio or his grappling defense. So, he's one of those rare guys that loses 2 of his last 3 and then signs to the UFC. Like, what did you do to get here, pal? So, I'll take Ryan Loder plus money. He's somebody that is, he's the only fighter in there that's actually going to be like excellent at some form of MMA. So I'll take a shot on that all day. DB?
Yeah, I get it. I just, I don't know. I'm a little nervous here because I feel like both guys have downsides, and it tells me I feel like fight goes to disappointment. It's like Nardiev, he's a bit of a quitter and can just kind of like give up, but he's also a little bit difficult to actually finish and get out of there. And Loder, I don't trust that he's an actual like UFC fighter in the stand-up. Like I know that he can wrestle and he should be solid there, but I don't trust his chin. And even if his chin holds up, Nardiev would have more volume on the feet if he's able to stuff takedowns, but will he stuff the takedowns? I feel like I just have zero trust in either of these guys. It's probably going to be a fight because, like, if Nardiev wins, I think it probably is him by finish. But if Loder wins, I think he's wrestling him all the way to a decision. So, given that I could see either guy winning and I could see an under or an over, I think it means I gotta just take a pass here. So I will. All right. We're moving on. We've got the Tajik Eagle, Nurullo Aliyev, minus 290 versus Shakim Shamrock, plus 235. The Guru, what do you think here?
What do I think here as I'm pulling everything up?
You told me right before we got on the show your feelings of how you thought this fight would go. I thought you had a good read on it.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I just felt like Shamrock's takedown defense really just kind of isn't there. The dude, Korkamaz hits a switch on him, hits a trip on him, and it's just like, man, I'm just not really super impressed like that. I feel like Aliyev's going to give you problems if you're giving up those takedowns to that level of guy. And Aliyev maybe is not super exciting if we're just being honest. The majority decision versus Alves, the unanimous decision versus Joe Selecki, fairly boring. But I do think he gets it done. And honestly, I don't fully understand why the over's that low. I thought it should be like minus 288. Like I don't see a finish coming in this fight.
Yeah, I agree with that idea. I would
at all.
Aliyev by decision. I don't think
sure.
he's necessarily getting a finish. You have a good thought there.
Definitely.
Brady?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why the over is only like minus 180. The fight goes is only minus 155, especially considering like Aliyev's a minus 280 favorite. Because if he's winning this fight, he's not finishing. I mean, this guy is the least dangerous fighter I think I've ever seen in my entire life. He's going to take you down and he's going to lay on you. He has some good ground and pound, but it's not like, devastating enough that he's going to be getting, many TKOs at this level. I don't think he's going to submit many people, if anybody, at this level. So yeah, it's Aliev by decision, over 2.5. Like, if this fight finishes, honestly, I think it's Shamrock, getting a submission off his back, something like that. So yeah, fight goes. Shamrock finish only is another spot that I kind of looked at. But yeah, if Aliev wins this fight, you got to imagine it's by decision. I don't think he's finishing Shamrock at all.
No, that's a great call. He can get a ton of control on him, though, and he can consolidate it. Typically, if he's getting a takedown, you're not getting back up.
It's true.
So I think Shem is going to have a tough time scrambling. And if he does, that's where he could leave himself open to chokes. But I actually kind of trust, like, isn't he is he also a next generation guy out of the Liverpool camp? I know that Luke Riley was a Paddy training partner. I'm just going to double check my notes. I think I put it if that was the case. Yeah, but ultimately, like, Shamrock, next generation MMA. His losses have been by knockout. Aliev's not going to knock him out. So I like him to know at least the fundamentals to defending a choke if he's not hurt. So it's up to Aliev to just take us to a decision. I think that's a great idea. We got there, guys. I'm proud of us. Oh, wow. And we also got to this one. We made it.
Wow.
Oh, man. It's Bushila, Marek Buljo versus Luke Fox. Denzel Freeman's NXT alter ego from WWE. It's Luke Fox. Denzel Freeman coming in with a wrestling background, Marine Corps. Thank you for your service, sir. And yeah, dude's got to hustle. Brady, you had something there?
That's hilarious. I thought you made up that nickname, Boojzilla. Nope. That's actually his nickname. That's incredible. I didn't
like. I'm excited for him just because, like, dude, if you came up with the nickname Boojzilla, and like, he's a pretty active grappler. He does a lot of competitions. He's got a black belt. I'm interested to see kind of what he could do in the UFC. It's just, damn, they took the BJJ black belt with extremely limited competition. He's also coming in short notice replacement. So I don't necessarily love, that Marek's going to put on the performance of a lifetime here against Denzel Freeman, who we've seen him on a big stage before. He's been in PFL. They're like contenders thing. And then he had that close fight with Pinson that goes to split decision. Like, it starts off a little rough in the first round, but something that concerns me a little bit with Freeman is, like, with a lot of these wrestlers, they have like that one move that they go to on the feet, and his is like a southpaw head kick. So, it's like you're going to need to set that up a little bit better to get the success you want from it. But he is a solid athlete. I think he's got good cardio. He can strike, southpaw. I like that. He does have kicks to all three levels. He just loves throwing it to the head. But then when you watch him start to wrestle, you're like, damn, this guy, he's got a great double. He can, he tries to grapevine the legs well when he gets a back take. He's got ground and pound knockouts. Like Steven Asplund, that dude is gigantic. He gets him down and just fucking gets him out of there. Hugo Cunha, like, that's another solid win on the regional scene in LFA, defending the, winning the belt. And that's what gets him here. Whereas, Marek, I'm not really 100% sure Fox needs an opponent, and we need him fast. And we need someone that can travel to Qatar. So I'm going to take Denzel Freeman here to win. And I think it's going to be by knockout, whether it's the southpaw head kick or the ground and pound finish after the black belt gasses out on bottom. But yeah, I'm thinking.
I didn't take this fight, so
all
I
right.
apologize.
So you should go indulge in some Boojzilla, and you'll let the people know what you think before the fight. Check his Tapology.
Oh, I will.
And Brady?
Yeah, I think Freeman should get it done here. I mean, Boojlo, he's a BJJ guy, and I'm not a big fan of these BJJ guys coming into the UFC. We just seen it go wrong so many times, but especially a heavyweight BJJ guy, It's like, and it's kind of a tough matchup in a sense. Like Freeman has a wrestling background. It's going to be tough for Bujlo to take him down. And Bujlo has fought like the worst competition I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Whereas Freeman, he's actually fought guys with pulses and some pretty good competition outside the UFC. So yeah, I think Freeman's going to have the much better striking, the much better cardio if it extends. I mean, I don't think Bujlo has been past like even 2 minutes of a fight. So yeah, I think Freeman's the rightful favorite. What's interesting about this fight is Freeman opened up as a dog at like plus 160, and now he's minus 200, and I think it makes a ton of sense. You know, this guy's just so much more proven, better wrestler, better striker, better cardio, better competition. I think Freeman knocks out Bujlo, and probably in the first round. You know, these BJJ guys, they don't like getting hit, and Freeman's going to hit him and hit him pretty hard, I think. So, yeah, I like Freeman here.
Nice. I'm going to say the Guru agrees with your pick as well, so we have a trifecta there.
There we go.
I do think I like Freeman. I mean, he looks like the better athlete to me.
Nice. All right. So yeah, beautiful. I mean, hey guys, so let's do our job here. Guru, did we have a grandma's cushion parlay for Justin Cash?
Yeah, I want a decision parlay.
Okay, so give it to me. Who do you got?
How many people you guys want in there by decision?
Listen, we got $1 to play with, so you better give me a great, add a few. We can have some fun with it.
Okay, so let's put, all right, Tsarukyan decision, Gary decision. Who else do we like by decision? Aliev by decision.
Nice.
And Ulanbekov by decision.
Nice. So that sounds like a great parlay. It's going to pay out very nicely. I can guarantee it. If it hits.
And if you want, you can also add oral by inside the distance in there.
Oh, baby.
There's no chance that all those don't cash.
All right. So, and then one other job for us, a quick make the bookies pay parlay. What do you say? I personally think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but we got Ian Gary.
Yeah.
We've got Volkan Oezdemir.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take, you want to make it like a 4 or 5 legger because we got a few options here? Because I got a few options.
I mean, I like Tajir.
Tajir was another one. What about Gorak?
I think that's it.
And the only other one I was going to say was Sagid if you wanted to get sketchy, but he is debut. So
he doesn't add anything to it.
There you go. Yep.
Do you like that? Do you like those, Brady?
Shady was asking for it, and we gave it to him.
I was surprised you guys didn't throw my titty back in there.
Well, he said that he would take him by finish. Oh, and then we said Gorak. I said Gorak instead of my titty back. So I think that was the confusion.
It's hard to keep up with the
Minty Bets. Is that who it was? Minty Bets oral by.
Minty Bets oral by.
Yeah. All right, great. So yeah, let's cash those tickets. Shout out to everyone for coming out. What an absolutely electric show. I hope you guys are enjoying some chocolate pancakes with some fresh fruit, like I'll be providing for the Guru on this fine UFC Qatar.
Is it pancakes
morning.
or is it crepes?
It's going to be pancakes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be pancakes. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be pancakes. So yeah, hope you guys are also enjoying a lovely, healthy breakfast. Yeah, don't worry. It's going to happen.
I'm worried.
Enjoy a lovely, healthy breakfast with all of your loved ones. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We won't see you guys next week. Make sure, listen, like, I know there could be some stuff out there, but at least find a way to have some gratitude in your life and help some others, right? So, it's a shitty world for everybody. We're all just making our way through it, and we love to have a little good time. So maybe try to make someone else's life a little brighter in this time period. And if not, go fuck yourself. So, Brady, Brady, what do you got to say to the people before we let Guru send us off appropriately?
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me on once again. Thank you to the chat for hanging out, and it should be a fun early card, get a nice week off next week, and then we get to end the year with a phenomenal pay-per-view, UFC 323, and then an Apex card. So, yeah, it's been a fun last couple weeks. I'm hoping this card is going to be fun, and yeah, thanks again for having me on, guys.
Brady, seriously, thank you so much for your time today and for joining us and not pulling out even though you're sick. Appreciate that.
I don't pull out.
Ever.
I'm not Alex Perez.
No, absolutely not. By the way, we have to talk about the name of the venue. The name of the venue for this fight in Qatar is Ali bin Hamad Al Attiyah.
Oh wow.
That is the name. I thought that was interesting. But
Jeez.
in a more serious, impressive matter, I really, really appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed to the channel, that shows up to my live shows, that comments in the live chat, that likes the show, that subscribes, that shares it around, that hey, the donators, are you kidding me? Seriously, but thank you so much for spending your time with us. We're really, really grateful. And I hope you can take some time to think of the things that you're thankful for and grateful for, especially this time of the year when things can go tough. And Tom, thank you so much for being here. Don't you blow your loader on any which way. So thank you so much, Dan, for being here. Guys, seriously, be safe out there. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We will be back. There's only 2 more cards this year. Review 23, and then we've got one more in the Apex. At least it's a firefight. Roy Valen top actually takes it there. Guys, make sure you're following my unbelievable co-host, TV Scouting MMA, over on Twitter, Instagram, Pickett, Tapology, and Bet MMA. And you can follow me, the Guru Scouting MMA, over on Twitter, Instagram, Pickett, Verdict, Tapology, and Bet MMA. Be safe out there. Happy Thanksgiving.